My name is Clara, 34 years old, and I've spent years navigating the tangled web of a family that never fully accepted me or my son. I sit in my quiet living room, the faint smell of bleach lingering from the floor. My 8-year-old, Leo, scrubbed alone yesterday, clutching a photo of him with tear-streaked cheeks while my in-laws took their real granddaughter, Emily, out for ice cream. Their laughter echoes in my mind, a cruel contrast to Leo's silent labor. My chest tightens with a mix of rage and determination, the path ahead uncertain but my resolve fierce. I grew up in a modest neighborhood, the only child of a single mom who worked double shifts as a nurse. We were close, but I always felt the weight of her expectations. At 25, I married James, a kind but reserved man from a large, traditional family. His parents, Margaret and Harold, welcomed me at first, but tensions grew after Leo was born. James has a daughter, Emily, 9, from a previous marriage, and the grandparents doted on her, their golden child. Leo, my son with James, was different, quiet, artistic, and less athletic, qualities they dismissed. I worked as a freelance graphic designer, supporting us while James drove trucks, but the family saw me as an outsider. Yesterday was a family gathering at Margaret and Harold's sprawling house, a monthly ritual. The kids played while I helped in the kitchen, Leo sketching in a corner. Emily, bubbly and confident, joined her grandparents for a game, earning praise. Margaret called, "Leo, clean the spill in the hall," her tone sharp. I protested, "He's just drawing," but Harold waved me off, "Emily's our helper today. Let him work." They took Emily out for ice cream, leaving Leo with a bucket and brush. I found him later, scrubbing alone, tears mixing with the water, his small hands red. "They said I'm not family," he whispered. I hugged him, fury boiling. That night, I couldn't sleep. The image of Leo's humiliation looped, Margaret's cold stare, Harold's indifference, Emily's oblivious joy. I called my friend, Lena, a counselor, who urged me to address it. I documented the day, photos of Leo's hands, a video of the spill area, my evidence building. I returned to work, pouring my anger into a design project, landing a $5,000 contract. Lena suggested a family talk, and I planned it, my resolve hardening. I posted on LinkedIn, turning pain into purpose, its views hitting 200, comments like "Stay strong," lifting me. I saved them, my voice stirring. The next day, I arrived at my home office early, sketching a plan, confront the in-laws, protect Leo. Lena called, "Document everything. They can't treat him like that." I recorded a call with Margaret, who dismissed me, "He needs discipline." I logged it, my strategy taking shape. I enrolled Leo in an art class, boosting his confidence, and practiced a speech, my advocacy sharpening. I tweeted, raising my voice, hinting at family issues, its retweets reaching 600. Comments supported, "Protect your kid." I saved them, my support growing. At home, I prepared. I researched parental rights, finding leverage on child welfare, and drafted a letter to Margaret and Harold, demanding respect. Lena reviewed it, suggesting mediation, and I agreed, scheduling it. I upgraded Leo's art supplies, a small act of love, and networked with a local artist, Maria, who offered mentorship. I vlogged, standing for my son, teasing the story, its views hitting 300. James called, unaware, "Dinner at Mom's tomorrow?" I nodded, planning my move. The fallout began subtly. Emily's mom, Rachel, texted, heard Leo was upset. "What happened?" I explained, and she sympathized, "I'll talk to James." I saved it, my allies emerging. The next family dinner loomed, and I prepared a presentation, photos, video, rights info. Margaret greeted me coolly, "He's fine, Clara." Harold added, "Emily's our priority." I stayed calm, waiting. Mid-meal, Leo whispered, "They left me again." My phone buzzed, "Lena." "Clara, Maria loved his art. He's got a show." The table paused, fork stalling. I smiled, "That's my boy." The call ended, and I met their stares, my plan igniting. Their neglect had hurt us, but this moment promised change. The dinner marked a pivot, and I anticipated their next move, apology or defiance, with cautious hope. They wouldn't expect my stand, and I was ready to fight. The family dinner's awkward pause still lingered as I left with Leo, the clatter of forks and Margaret's tight-lipped stare replaying in my mind like a haunting refrain. I woke each morning in my home office, the art show invitation beside a photo of Leo scrubbing, symbols of my fragile hope and burning resolve. The family divide, their favoritism, my son's quiet strength, their stunned silence, had shifted, and I was ready to stand taller, turning their neglect into a fight for justice. The path ahead was daunting, but my determination was ironclad. The days after the dinner brought a surge of momentum. Leo's art show was confirmed, his painting selected for a local gallery exhibit, a $200 prize boosting his spirits. I framed the invitation, his smile a beacon against the in-laws' coldness. I emailed Margaret the news, Leo's talent shines, but she replied, cute, but Emily's got a recital, her dismissal stinging. I saved it, my resolve hardening. Lena suggested a family mediation, and I scheduled it, my plan taking shape. I posted on LinkedIn, proud mom moment, its views hitting 300, comments like amazing kid, lifting me. I saved them, my support growing. James called, his tone cautious. Mom's upset about the art thing. Smooth it over? I steadied myself, Leo deserves this, James. He sighed, they see Emily as family. I hung up, calling Lena, who advised recording interactions. I logged a call with Harold, who grumbled, he's too sensitive, his indifference fueling me. I enrolled Leo in a second art class, his confidence blossoming, and practiced a mediation speech, my advocacy sharpening. I tweeted, fighting for fairness, hinting at family bias, its retweets reaching 1,000. Comments cheered, protect him. I saved them, my voice amplifying. At home, my stand gained traction. The gallery offered Leo a small scholarship, and I negotiated a $500 stipend, his future brightening. Lena reviewed my evidence, photos, videos, logs, suggesting a child welfare report if needed. I drafted a mediation agenda, demanding equal treatment, and rehearsed with James, who reluctantly agreed to support me. I networked with Maria, the artist mentor, who invited us to a workshop, my community widening. I vlogged, rising for my son, teasing the conflict, its views hitting 600. Rachel texted, I'll back you. Emily's confused too, my allies growing. The fallout intensified. Harold called, this art nonsense is dividing us. Stop it. I stood firm, it's about Leo's worth. He hung up, and Margaret texted, Emily's recital is priority. I ignored it, focusing on the mediation prep, compiling a timeline of neglect. The gallery show approached, and Leo's painting, titled Lone Brush, won praise, a local paper featuring it. I shared the article on Twitter, its retweets hitting 1,500, comments lauding, incredible talent. I saved them, my son's voice emerging. The mediation convened at a neutral community center, Margaret, Harold, James, and Rachel present. Over coffee, Margaret opened, this is about Emily's needs. Harold added, Leo's fine scrubbing. I stayed calm, presenting the evidence, photos of Leo's hands, the video, the article. This isn't fine, I said. The room tensed, and I played Lena's voicemail, Clara, the gallery wants more of Leo's work. Their faces shifted, my case undeniable. My stand rippled outward. The workshop with Maria led to a $1,000 commission for Leo, his earnings growing. I negotiated a flexible schedule with James, balancing family support, and the gallery offered a mentorship. I vlogged, Art Against Injustice, hinting at the mediation, its views reaching 1,000. Rachel pushed James to mediate, and he agreed, my home front stabilizing. The mediation ended with Margaret's grudging, we'll think about it, a crack in their wall. The next family gathering loomed, a birthday party for Emily. I arrived with Leo, his painting in tow, my presence a statement. Margaret sneered, still pushing art? Harold nodded, Emily's the star. I waited, phone ready. Mid-party, my phone buzzed, Maria. Clara, Leo's work sold for $2,000. Congrats. The room hushed, balloons swaying. I smiled, thank you, Maria. The call ended, and I met their stunned stares, my plan advancing. Their neglect had wounded us, but this moment promised redemption. The party marked a turn, and I anticipated their next move, acceptance or retreat, with cautious hope. They wouldn't expect my son's rise, and I was ready to defend it. The birthday party's stunned hush still reverberated as I drove home with Leo, the swaying balloons and Margaret's wide eyes replaying in my mind like a silent victory. I woke each morning in my home office, the $2,000 sale check beside a drawing Leo made of his lone brush, symbols of our hard-won dignity and lingering pain. The family rift, their favoritism, Leo's rising talent, their shocked retreat, had reached a turning point, and I was ready to demand justice, turning their neglect into a lasting lesson. The path ahead was critical, but my resolve was unshakable. The days after the party brought a wave of validation. The gallery commissioned Leo for 3 more paintings, offering a $5,000 contract, his confidence soaring as he sketched late into the night. I framed the contract, a testament to his worth. I emailed Harold the news, Leo's talent speaks, but he replied, Emily's recital is bigger, his dismissal cutting deep. I saved it, my determination stealing. Lena pushed for a formal family meeting, and I scheduled it, my plan gaining momentum. I posted on LinkedIn, celebrating my son's success, its views hitting 500, comments like inspiring journey, boosting me. I saved them, my network strengthening. James called, his tone conflicted. Mom's planning to exclude Leo from the recital. Fight it. I held firm, he deserves inclusion, James. He hesitated, I'll try, leaving me in suspense. I called Lena, who advised a legal consult, and I recorded the call, his voice softening, they're stubborn. I researched grandparent rights, finding leverage on emotional neglect, and drafted a demand letter. I updated my Twitter, demanding equality, hinting at family bias, its retweets reaching 2,000. Comments supported, stand up for him. I saved them, my voice resonating. At home, my stand deepened. The art commissions led to a local exhibit invitation, and I negotiated a $1,000 fee for Leo, his earnings growing. Lena connected me with a family lawyer, Anita, who reviewed my evidence, photos, videos, logs, suggesting a mediation with teeth. I rehearsed a speech, my advocacy honed, and enrolled Leo in a youth art contest, his skills expanding. I vlogged, Art is Justice, teasing the conflict, its views hitting 1,500. Rachel texted, James is on board. Let's push together, my allies solidifying. The tension peaked. Margaret called, this art focus is alienating Emily. Stop it. I countered, it's about Leo's value. She hung up, and Harold texted, recitals for family. I ignored it, preparing for the meeting, compiling a portfolio of Leo's achievements. The exhibit opened, his work earning a standing ovation, a critic praising his raw emotion. I shared the review on Twitter, its retweets hitting 3,000, comments lauding, a star is born. I saved them, my son's voice amplifying. The family meeting convened at a neutral venue, Margaret, Harold, James, and Rachel present. Over tea, Margaret opened, Leo's art is dividing us. Harold added, Emily's recital is priority. I stayed calm, presenting the portfolio, photos of Leo scrubbing, the $5,000 contract, the review. This is his worth, I said. The room tensed, and I played Anita's voicemail, Clara, we've got a strong case. Their faces fell, my evidence irrefutable. My stand echoed outward. The art contest awarded Leo a $500 prize, and Pinnacle Solutions offered me a part-time design role, $60,000, my career lifting. I tweeted, from neglect to noticed, sharing our journey, its retweets hitting 3,500. Comments cheered, you're a warrior. I saved them, my voice resounding. Anita drafted a family agreement, holding it as leverage. The meeting ended with Harold's reluctant, we'll adjust, a sliver of hope. The next family event, Emily's recital, loomed. I arrived with Leo, his painting displayed, my presence a declaration. Margaret sneered, still pushing? Harold nodded, Emily's the focus. I waited, phone poised. Mid-performance, my phone buzzed, Maria. Clara, Leo's exhibit sold out. $10,000 total. The room paused, notes faltering. I smiled, thank you, Maria. The call ended, and I faced their stunned stares, my plan nearing fruition. Their neglect had scarred us, but this moment promised vindication. The recital marked a pivot, and I anticipated their next move, reconciliation or resistance, with cautious hope. They wouldn't expect Leo's triumph, and I was ready to ensure it. The recital stunned silence, and the holiday reunion's tense quiet still lingered as I drove home with Leo, the faltering notes, glinting ornaments, and Margaret's faltering smile replaying like a hard-won symphony. I woke each morning in my revamped studio, the $10,000 check and $5,000 prize framed beside Leo's lone brush sketch and Academy certificate, symbols of our journey from rejection to recognition. The family divide, their grudging shift, Leo's soaring talent, their stunned retreat, had reached its end, and I was ready to seal it with grace, turning their neglect into a legacy of justice. The path had forged us, and our strength had prevailed. The days after the reunion brought a flood of affirmation. The Art Academy awarded Leo a full scholarship, valuing his work at $20,000 annually, and a national gallery invited him for a youth exhibit with a $3,000 stipend. I framed the invitation, a monument to his worth. I emailed Harold the news, Leo's future is bright, and he replied, we'll attend, a rare concession. I saved it, my hope flickering. Anita, my lawyer, finalized a family agreement mandating equal treatment, and I signed it, my plan solidified. The gallery exhibit drew 500 visitors, Leo's work selling for $8,000, his earnings now $18,000. James called, his tone softened, Mom and Dad agreed to the terms. They want Leo at the next event. I smiled, good. He's family. Rachel pushed too, our alliance strengthening. I called Lena, who praised my persistence, and I recorded it, her voice warm, you've won. I donated $5,000 to a community art program, my victory extending beyond us. I posted on LinkedIn, celebrating my son's art legacy, its views hitting 1,000, and tweeted, Justice for all kids, its retweets reaching 7,000, comments like you're a hero, and inspirational family, lifting me. I saved them, my voice a rallying cry. At home, our resolution deepened. Anita mediated a family apology, and Margaret stammered, we misjudged Leo, Harold nodding, sorry, Clara. I accepted, let's move forward. The National Gallery exhibit earned Leo further acclaim, a critic calling his work profound, and I negotiated a $15,000 solo show offer. I enrolled Leo in a summer art camp, his joy palpable, and vlogged, healing through art, its views hitting 3,000. Rachel hosted a joint playdate, Emily and Leo bonding, our family mending. The next family gathering, a summer picnic, became our stage for closure. I arrived with Leo, his latest piece displayed, my presence a quiet victory. Margaret greeted, Leo's painting is lovely, her tone hesitant, and Harold added, he's part of us now. I nodded, thank you. Mid-picnic, my phone buzzed, Maria. Clara, Leo's solo show is set. $15,000 offer. The crowd paused, lemonade glasses clinking. I smiled, thank you, Maria. The call ended, and I faced their amazed stares, my journey complete. Reflecting that night, I sat with Leo, his sketchbook open, the stars mirroring our ascent. Their neglect, leaving him to scrub while Emily basked, had carved a wound, but every brushstroke, every sorry, every dollar earned had healed it. My fight wasn't about revenge but restoring Leo's place, proving his worth in colors they couldn't ignore. The journey taught me that a mother's love can rewrite narratives, and now, I shared that lesson. If you faced family bias or fought for a child, this is for you, your voice can change it. Share your story below. Subscribe to Revenge Tempest for more triumph tales, and hit the bell for updates. Until next time, keep advocating,